Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 118 on the list, Mr. Dingle The Strong, written by Rod Serling and directed by John Brahm. This is a season 2 episode of the show, and as always there will be episode spoilers. So Mr. Dingle The Strong is another one of those kind of just average watchable episodes for me. It is a comedy episode of the Twilight Zone, and it's not laugh out loud funny or anything in my opinion, but it's a decent enough watch, and I did find myself smiling through parts of the episode. So the basic premise of this one is very simple. A down on his luck salesman is given super strength by some aliens. And Burgess Meredith, who was in 4 Twilight Zone episodes in total, is the lead here. And he's good as always. This was his second of 4 appearances, and he does what he can with this role. Don Rickles also has a supporting role in this episode, and he's pretty good as a kind of annoying character in this episode. And, for a comedy episode, this is a decent one for the Twilight Zone. Comedy episodes weren't really the strength of the show, except for a few exceptions. And this one is okay. It's a nice change of pace. I do kind of enjoy these episodes sometimes because they're light and they kind of break up all the heavy episodes. And Dingle is an easy character to root for. Because he seems to have good intentions overall. Some of the things Mr. Dingle does in this episode are amusing. He lifts a park bench, he breaks rocks with his hands, superhero kind of stuff, and it's pretty entertaining to watch. Eventually, this draws attention from the media, but as Dingle's ready to perform for them, he loses his strength because the aliens who gave him the power don't like what he's doing with it, which is kind of unfortunate. But in the end, things turn out okay for Dingle because another group of aliens spot him and they decide to make him really smart. So he ends the episode as a kind of a genius, I guess maybe you could say. So, there's no big message to this episode, but it's just kind of light and it's mostly fun to watch. It's a little silly, maybe a little over the top, but I really didn't mind this episode too much. There was one thing about it I really didn't like, and it's not a major thing, but the alien designs are really bad for all the aliens in this episode. I think this was supposed to be humorous and done for humor, but I just thought they were really bad, to be honest. So, overall, Mr. Dingle the Strong for me is just, it's just an average episode, and that's why it's number 118 on the list. As always, feel free to leave me a comment about Mr. Dingle the Strong, what you thought of this episode, and thanks for your continued support. Thanks for watching.